Peacock has they have 4 shows that are currently live action Fast and Furious spin-offs. So there's four different shogetting that they're working on.
Oh, they're coming out with?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was one thing that when I read it, I thought it was like, oh, we're getting a Fast and Furious series. There's 4 different series that they've got in progress right now. So I don't know if that's a little overkill, being that there's so many films.
Overkill, yeah.
So what is it? One based on each one of the original cast members, origin
timelines
stories
or whatever. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, who knows, right?
That's interesting.
That was interesting, and we've talked about this. I think we talked about this back in season 2, but the Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake.
Yes.
Finally has a release date, so that's going to start airing October 15th on
this year
on Peacock. Yeah, and so everything in this series takes place before the first film. So this is basically Jason Voorhees becoming the Jason that we know in the films.
Right.
So this is everything that leads up to it. So it'll be an interesting look. Are you a fan of Ted?
Yes.
So Seth MacFarlane and Mark Wahlberg they're reuniting for sequels to the movies, but it's going to be an animated series.
Oh, okay.
That's going
to be on Peacock also.
Take place starting after the second film. So yeah, so it's going to be sequel series. Not I don't know if that's Peacock.
Because the live action,
I believe it is Peacock though.
The live action series they have is before the movies, right?
The live action is before.
Okay.
Yeah, so the animated is going to be
going to be after. Okay.
Yeah. So that's in the works. And we also talked about the Big Bang Theory spinoff, Stewart Fails to Save the Universe.
Yes.
So premise being that he tampered with one of Leonard and Sheldon's devices, created some sort of an apocalyptic timeline, and now he's working to restore the universe. So he explores all these different timelines through these different wormholes. They just dropped a trailer. It's the show is going to start airing July 30th. I believe it was. No, it's July 23rd.
Okay.
So that should be interesting. I checked out the trailer. A lot of sci-fi action. It's definitely not the sitcom of Big Bang Theory, but they do have recurring characters.
Any of the main characters, or is it all the supporting characters?
It's mostly the supporting characters. But they're gonna have there's said to have cameos by some of the main cast. Sheldon, Leonard, and things like that. But it looks very interesting. It's definitely not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, really.
Yeah, I imagine it was going to be more comedy, but it sounds like it's more sci-fi.
It is like comedy, sci-fi, action kind of thing. So very, very interesting take. So I'm curious to see how it actually pans out.
I have to check that out.
And in movies, we got Quiet Place 3 has begun filming. So that's set to release in 2027. That's next year. So we're getting a third Quiet Place. Shh.
How many more times can we redo this movie?
Well, if people keep shutting up, I guess we get more sequels.
They're trying to tell people to shut up, basically.
Yeah, shut up. And we've also mentioned this one, but there's the trailer's out. This is coming out Thanksgiving this year. Focker-in-Law, which is the next iteration in the Focker franchise.
Yeah.
The Meet the Parents. Ariana Grande joining the cast.
I saw that. I seen the trailer.
Looks pretty funny. I guess she's his son's girlfriend, and she's very hard-lined, trained, similar to De Niro's character. So she's very accepted, where his son is kind of dim-witted like he is to a certain degree,
right?
But also embarrassed. Watching the trailer, I got a little bit of American Pie vibes, like the dad on American Pie, kind of embarrassing Jim.
Yeah.
It was kind of a little bit of that with Focker and his son.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that transpires.
That'll be good to see. So are we? I mean, with this being a Ben Stiller movie, are they dipping back into like a Farrelly Brothers kind of vibe? Do you think there's going to be like some slapstick?
I think it's going to be a little bit of I think it's going to be a little bit of all that. I think it's going to, based on the trailer, it looks like it pretty much falls in line with the way that franchise has run.
Yeah, the circle of trust.
The circle of trust, exactly.
Put so much damn lacquer on the thing.
and I saw, I believe Owen Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, he gets
is in it as well.
Nice.
So he comes back in because remember he was Focker's wife's
ex-boyfriend.
So,
yeah. Whittled it himself.
right. The canopy that burns up.
That's good times. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. I love a good Focker movie, especially with De Niro. Like De Niro plays that role.
Old
corny retired CIA spy.
Spy. On the heels of the success of Nintendo and Mario, we've already heard that there's Donkey Kong film in the works. But now Illumination is doing Star Fox. So
Star Fox.
So they're working on a Star Fox.
Wow.
That's in the works right now.
I thought we would see Zelda before Star Fox.
And we're going to talk about Zelda. Legend of Zelda movie has a release date of April 2027.
So we will see.
so Zelda, I think we mentioned Zelda was in the works last season.
Live action or?
That's a live action film.
Okay.
So that's not the 3D animation. I'm sure there might be some CG involved, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But that's set to come out April 30th, 2027. So Legend of Zelda.
All right. Ooh, my birthday next year.
The roast of Kevin Hart. We'll get into that a little bit later. I did get a chance to watch it. I don't know if you did check it out?
I watched it.
We'll talk about that shortly. But Kevin Hart, he's in everything. So there's a film coming up called 72 Hours where him and Mike Epps join forces. And the premise is that Kevin Hart's character, he's in his 40s. He gets accidentally text invited. Well, he gets added to a text chain by mistake, wrong number, whatever.
Right.
Starts chatting them up, whatever, and then they, as a joke, they invite him to like their bachelor party, wedding, whatever, and
he goes.
So he goes to Miami, and all kinds of craziness transpires. Right. These young bucks are trying to have fun, and they're making fun of him being in his 40s and all this stuff. Looks like a lot of the new SNL cast is in there. A lot of those guys.
Oh, bringing in the young comedians.
So but it looks pretty funny. The trailer looked pretty good. So that's one that's coming out soon.
I like that.
Henry Cavill's Voltron movie. They decided to skip a theatrical release, so it's gonna go straight to streaming on Prime this year. So we'll be getting the Voltron movie on Prime.
I wonder if that saves them money, going straight to.
I don't know.
If they don't have to do the theatrical release, does that help them or hurt them? That's interesting.
So,
because I think Voltron would look dope on the big screen.
Yeah. I was kind of I guess the kid in me is looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm wary because I'm looking out for that disappointment. Because sometimes when they revive some of these things, it's a lot of disappointment.
Yeah, they don't do it the justice it deserves.
So we know we got a He-Man movie coming. And that's another one that I'm like, because you remember that
I'm
old,
up in the air about that too.
That old He-Man movie was pure trash.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this is going to be better than that, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Can you reach that?